A lot is going on during these bullish times in this episode. We'll discuss the publication of a brief paper on XRP and Ripple by Harvard University. 90,000, 100,000, or 80,000 Bitcoin, what follows? I've got you covered. Because Solana is iron, a new all-time high for people Ethereum, we're going to examine it. With his little song and dance, Vitalik Buterin is back at it. Without further ado, let's dive into a Bitcoin $87,544. We'll talk about that MoonPay information and hear from Monica for a while. In the last 24 hours, it has increased by 6.1%. XRP is a mean lean 64 cents, the USDT is coming in at $1 peg, the USDC is coming in at 99 cents, and Ethereum is coming in at 3,285, up 2.33%. As we look to reach the $3 million milestone, the battle to break through the 65-cent zone is underway. The cryptocurrency market value is currently up nearly 10% in the last day. Now recall what I predicted. It's going to jump, Solana. Currently, at number 4 on the chart, Ethereum will continue to rise, and it will reach that level to simply await the release of the Solana ETFs, dude. When Harvard University released a study paper on Ripple that discussed XRP and XLM, Black Swan released this. It merely demonstrates the importance of these assets in the financial system. It even suggests that the two-tier monetary framework is not merely a theory but will soon be implemented. You go now. August 2023. I have never witnessed this. You haven't seen it, have you? The Harvard Business School publishes a paper on XRP and XLM ripples. They released their small blockchain-based digital currency flow path, which is shown here. They discuss how it operates in both the front and the back. You are aware of the various transactions. The private keys, the public keys, the middleware. Feel free to research the United States patent community. The patent number is located in the lower right corner of this page. A guide to the processes involved in the digital dollar transaction for the sender is provided here. The transaction is started by the sender, and the private keys are given to the recipient in fiat currency. Number 2 determines whether to convert immediately or at a later time to provide instructions to the ML-driven FTX platform. Based on these instructions, we can observe that the ML-driven FX interface changes fiat to either XRP or XLM. It transmits cryptocurrency to the recipient, verifies the XRP ledger blockchain, and gives the recipient execution control via the smart contract and process steps. Well, it's really easy. Recipients receive money in XRP or XLM using the private key that was provided by the sender. Once more, the recipient exchanges cryptocurrency for her preferred fiat currency. Isn't it time to welcome the new monetary system's future? Give it to me. Monica is here. She discussed the huge trends that we may anticipate for stablecoins going forward in her post about the USD-based stablecoin that was made 12 hours ago. Pay attention to Monica. In terms of market capitalization, US dollar stablecoins are currently worth about $170 billion, but in a few years, that amount is expected to rise to over $3 trillion due to increased demand for stablecoins. For example, we recently saw Stripe acquire Bridge, a major payment player that is leaning toward using stable coins for payments. We also talked about Ripple, and we've processed over $70 billion in digital assets, so this use case is going to be a huge trend, and there will be more needs in the market for more stablecoins. From our perspective, we have the use case, and we have customers who already want to use stablecoins in payments, so we believe that we can be a great provider. Do you anticipate the market to grow, or do you anticipate competing with these two stablecoins to gain market share from their current clientele? I predict that the market will grow significantly, and as a result, the US dollar has not yet been introduced. We are operationally prepared, but obtaining regulatory permission is crucial to us. As such, the New York Department of Financial Services is in charge of evaluating our trust application. When do you anticipate that happening? When they approve it, it will be up to them, But since the majority of stablecoins are based on the US dollar, and the majority of stablecoin transactions take place in the US dollar, do you think de-dollarization could be the way forward? With the excitement surrounding a new payments infrastructure bill, we might see the euro find its place alongside new stablecoins that are launched but pegged against the euro, or new stablecoins that are launched but pegged against the yen. I think that the stablecoin market can grow, and it comes back to use cases like payments. I do believe that new fiat currency forms will be converted into stablecoins because, when you think about it, you know classic use cases and there's a true demand for foreign exchange there. For instance, there are certain markets. We observed that a US dollar stable currency is preferred in Latin America, but it's fascinating that the region is now interested in a US dollar stablecoin. Do you recall that the first bank to use XRP came from Brazil? After that, we received this from MoonPay. We are aware of MoonPay and the collaboration with Ripple. You guessed it, 60 million US users of Venmo can now purchase cryptocurrency with MoonPay. With this new integration, you can use your Venmo balance to purchase all of your favorite cryptocurrencies. This article from MSN discusses cryptocurrency payments and how MoonPay will work with Ripple to accept XRP payments. We recently learned from Swell in October that MoonPay would be supporting Ripple's stablecoin approximately a month ago. Interestingly, the reason why Bitcoin's record price rally might be choked between 90 and 100,000 is that, given its aurora of invisibility, one force threatens to slow the rise above 90,000. It states that the breeds listed Bitcoin options at 90,000 and that 100,000 strikes have been sold to dealers. If the price doesn't reach those levels, the rally may lose steam as Bitcoin's ongoing price surges toward $90,000, potentially keeping the cryptocurrency range bound above the set price levels. We're now around 87,000 and change, thus 90 to 100K would be a good starting point for Bitcoin. From that $60,000 area, we recently experienced a parabolic move that nearly reached 90K. A downturn in the markets is indeed necessary. Nothing can go up forever, thus it's usual during a bull run or bull cycle. This is what I've been preaching for a while. As open interest surged to $4 billion, Solana's price is presently 15% below its peak. Open interest suggests fresh money inflows, suggesting a rise in speculative interest in Solana, and this is a record $4 billion. Analysts believe Solana has a good chance of hitting a new high, as seen by its growing Sharpe ratio of 0.48 and CMF of 0.23. Solana's price spike, driven by a 37% weekly gain and political concerns, puts it 50% below its peak. Since it was around $130, give or take, I have been advocating for Solana. As I previously stated, Solana will be among the most popular cryptocurrencies at this time. This project isn't finished, but everyone who listened to me has made a ton of money on it. During this bull cycle, I firmly think Solana will reach $1,000, which is still 5 times higher than where it is now. A 5-fold increase is a significant gain in cryptocurrency markets. There are exciting things ahead, people. Like all these cryptocurrencies, they will all move and pump, regardless of what you own. Bitcoin raises all of these issues. The alt season hasn't arrived yet, and we aren't in the alt season yet. Pay close attention to Bitcoin because its future will determine the direction of the other markets. Before we rise again and get close to that $100,000 mark, I do anticipate a slight retracement in the price of Bitcoin. Until roughly the conclusion of Q1 and the start of Q2 of the next year, I don't anticipate any significant adjustments. We will receive our first significant revision at that time. I'm going to start with these parabolic blow-off tops after the correction is finished. After Bitcoin hits, we'll see the adults begin to show signs of recovery. Recall that since I entered the market in 2017, XRP has consistently been the last mover. The last to move is XRP. Don't give up. Keep your trust intact. Everything will be revealed. Everything will proceed according to plan. We're well positioned to recall the goals.